Money is one of the greatest tests of human life. We spend our days working, planning, and worrying about how to earn it, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. Financial struggle is not just about empty pockets. It is about the anxiety that never leaves the heart, the fear of tomorrow, and the constant thought that what we have is not enough. Many people believe that the only way to overcome this struggle is through harder work, smarter strategies, or endless effort. But Ibn Arabi revealed a deeper truth. Financial struggle is not solved by the hands alone. It is solved by the heart. He taught that poverty and wealth are not conditions of the wallet, but conditions of the soul. When a person's heart is restless, no amount of money can satisfy them. When the heart is content, even a small provision becomes abundant. The real secret, therefore, is alignment with the divine source of all sustenance. Rizq, our provision, is written, but its flow into your life depends on the state of your inner being. If your heart is chained by greed, fear, or attachment, the doors of provision remain closed. But if your heart is free, grateful, and surrendered, doors open in ways you could never predict. Ibn Arabi's secret is not a formula for instant riches, but a shift of perception that transforms how provision arrives. The moment you stop believing that money itself is your savior, you discover the one who sends it. And when you connect with the source, financial struggle begins to dissolve. Not because the world changes, but because you finally see who truly provides. One of the greatest illusions in life is believing that money alone guarantees peace. Ibn Arabi explained that wealth in itself is neither a blessing nor a curse. It is only a mirror of the state of the one who holds it. A greedy man with gold is still a beggar because his hunger never ends. A content man with little is a king because his heart is free. This is why so many people chase financial success yet remain trapped in anxiety. They work harder, earn more, yet sleep less. They fill their homes with possessions, but feel emptier inside. The struggle is not outside, but within. Ibn Arabi revealed that true provision flows when a person detaches from worshiping wealth and reconnects to the provider. He warned that chasing wealth as if it were the source blinds the heart, creating a subtle form of slavery. But when you recognize that wealth is simply a tool, a passing gift in the journey of life, you break free from its chains. This does not mean rejecting money. It means reclaiming your freedom from it. When you no longer see money as your master, you begin to see it as a servant. And servants are drawn to those who use them with wisdom and humility. In that freedom, a strange thing happens. Doors of provision open naturally, opportunities arise, people extend help, and unexpected blessings flow. The world responds to the state of your heart. The less you're attached, the more abundance can find you. This is the secret behind financial struggle. It is not solved by fighting for more, but by surrendering to the one who already owns everything. Financial struggle often comes from a hidden fear that there will never be enough. This fear drives people to overwork, to compromise their values, and to live in constant worry about the future. Ibn Arabi taught that this fear is rooted in forgetfulness of the one who sustains all creation without effort. Look around. The birds do not farm, yet they are fed. The rivers do not trade, yet they flow endlessly. The trees do not hoard, yet they bear fruit every season. The universe itself is a living testimony that provision does not come from panic, but from trust in the divine order. When the heart is consumed by fear, The flow of provision is blocked, not because God withholds it, but because the person cannot see the opportunities in front of them. Fear blinds the eyes to blessings, while trust opens them. Ibn Arabi's secret is that financial struggle ends the moment you shift from fear to tawakkul, trust in God's perfect plan. This does not mean you stop working. It means your work is no longer poisoned by anxiety. You give your best effort while resting in the knowledge that the outcome is already written. The paradox is powerful. When you release fear, your mind becomes clearer, your actions wiser, and your heart more open to blessings. What once looked like struggle now becomes ease, because your energy is no longer drained by doubt. The one who trusts does not cling to money, yet money finds them. And the one who fears never feels wealthy, no matter how much they hold. The truth Ibn Arabi reveals is that wealth is not measured by what is in your hand, but by the state of your heart. A heart that is restless will always feel poor, even when surrounded by abundance, while a heart that is content will feel rich, even with little. This is why financial struggle is not just about income, it is about perception. When a person constantly compares themselves to others, they lose sight of the blessings already in their life. They chase shadows of what they think wealth should look like, instead of recognizing the provision that has already been tailored for them. Ibn Arabi calls this illusion the veil that blinds people from seeing the treasure within their own existence. To lift this veil, he suggests remembrance of God in every breath, every moment, every transaction. When the heart remembers, it becomes light, free from envy and greed. And this lightness allows blessings to flow more naturally. It is like opening a window in a dark room. The light was always outside, but now it enters freely. Financial ease, then, is less about changing the world around you and more about changing the lens through which you view it. The moment you see money as a tool rather than a master, the chains of struggle break. Ibn Arabi's wisdom teaches us that when your heart is aligned with divine remembrance, even small provisions feel vast, and vast provisions no longer enslave you. The greatest wealth is freedom from need, because such a person becomes rich in gratitude, and gratitude itself multiplies whatever is in their hands. When we look deeply into Ibn Arabi's wisdom, we realize that financial struggle is never only about numbers, bills, or wealth. It is about alignment with the source of provision. The paradox is simple, yet powerful. The more we run after money, the more it escapes us. But when we center our hearts on the divine, provision begins to run after us. This is because true sustenance, Rizq, is written, and no soul will leave this world without receiving what has been destined for them. What blocks it is not scarcity in the world, but scarcity in faith, gratitude, and trust. Ibn Arabi's secret is a reminder that money is energy, and like energy, it flows where openness exists. When the heart is full of fear, envy, or greed, the flow is blocked, creating struggle after struggle. But when the heart rests in remembrance and trust, it opens and sustenance flows in unexpected ways. This does not mean one abandons work or effort. Rather, work becomes lighter because the heart no longer clings desperately to the outcome. You work, but you are not a slave to results. You earn, but you are not imprisoned by wealth. You spend, but you are not fearful of loss. Such balance creates both inner peace and outer abundance. Ibn Arabi's teaching is not about magical shortcuts. It is about shifting the root of struggle from desperation to devotion. The moment you realize wealth was never outside of you, but within your alignment with God, financial struggle dissolves into clarity. What remains is freedom, gratitude, and a richness that cannot be stolen by time, circumstance, or poverty. This is the secret that ends financial struggle forever.